Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. A liberal congresswoman attacks President Trump. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. For years, Maxine Waters, Democrat from California, has been an outspoken left-wing voice, highlighting the oppression she believes black Americans experience. Talking Points believes Ms. Waters is totally sincere in her belief system. And although many Americans disagree with her extremism at times, she deserves a hearing and should not be marginalized by political opponents. In fact, I made that mistake this morning on Fox and Friends. I said in a simple jest that the congressman's hair distracted me. Well, that was stupid. I apologize. It had no place in the conversation. Now, it's not necessary to poke fun at anyone who's speaking from the heart in the public arena, in my opinion. But it is necessary to analyze what's being said.
Despite the fact that America has not always been there for us, we have always been there for America. We have fought in America's wars. We have suffered discrimination. We have suffered isolation and undermining. But we stand up for America, oftentimes when others who think they are more patriotic, who say they're more patriotic, do not. When we fight against this president and we point out how dangerous he is for this society and for this country, we're fighting for the democracy.
Now, it would be instructive for Ms. Waters to come on the factor to define her beef. What's bothering her about President Trump? But of course, she will not do that. Way too risky, because she'd be challenged by me, and she doesn't want to be challenged. The record shows that President Trump has put forth a philosophy that would certainly help the poor, including African Americans in that category. The more jobs that are created, the higher incomes will be on every level. The more Americans hired, the easier it will be to get a job. The more companies expand, the more demand there will be for labor. The more discipline imposed in public schooling, the more the kids will learn. And education is the most important anti-poverty program there is. So what exactly is Maxine Waters talking about when she says Mr. Trump is dangerous for America? I have no idea. And I don't think Ms. Waters has any clue either. She's just spouting the left-wing company line. And anyone who disagrees with her, well, she doesn't brook disagreement. That's not patriotism, madam. That's demagoguery. It would take a miracle, but I really wish liberal advocates like Congresswoman Waters would stop the ideological nonsense and really focus on what America offers every responsible citizen: opportunity, a variety of ways to success, freedom of expression that Ms. Waters makes good use of, and a real chance to help yourself and help others in your life. But in order to succeed in this country, you must be self-reliant, not dependent on the entitlement system that Maxine Waters loves so much. You must work hard. You must learn and develop a skill off the knowledge that you acquire in school. And you must be honest. That's the message Congresswoman Waters and others should be spreading. Patriotism, I should say, comes in many forms. Questioning the patriotism of others and bashing a new president isn't patriotic. It's useless. And that's a memo. Now for the top story tonight. Reaction. Joining us from Washington, Jamila Bay, radio commentator in D.C. So where am I going wrong, Ms. Bay?
Let's talk about honestly. First of all, it's always a delight to be with you, Bill. But let's talk about honesty here. Congresswoman Waters is impassioned. She's a ranking congresswoman. She's speaking for her constituents and clearly doing a good enough job. They are electing her. She's what, 12 terms now? But when we talk about the honesty and the integrity of this president, she brings up some good policy questions. Let's start with the fact that he's under investigation right now. And that's an issue that I don't think we can really go into at this point, because there are issues that are brought up that a congresswoman with her clearance would absolutely be privy to, that we, not with those clearances and whatnot, might not know what's going on.
I mean, that's just the dopey conspiracy theories. And by the way, President Trump's not under investigation. There is an investigation into whether there were any ties between his campaign and Russia. So let's stop. Look, this is a simple question. What is the beef? On policy, Jamila, what is the beef?
What is the beef? Where is the beef? The policy hasn't presented itself yet. Trump asked while he was running, what do you have to lose, you black people who have horrible schools and wastelands for neighborhoods? And yet, we're already seeing that there are 24 million Americans right now who are saying, how are you going to take away our health care? We voted for you. We didn't know you were going to come after our...
So she has a beef on Obamacare, which didn't pass. Look,
which didn't pass for good reason.
In your opinion...
But this is not about the attempt at repeal didn't pass. This is about a president who said, I'm going to put you to work, Americans.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that America first, Americans. Yet... he says, okay, well, we're going to do this Keystone Pipeline, and we're going to use American steel.
And more jobs will be created by the Keystone Pipeline.
But there's Chinese steel. There's not American steel being used.
No, it's not Chinese steel. It's steel that was ordered under that was already ordered, that he can't send back, and any new construction will be American steel. Jamila, you're really straying off now. Let me ask you this question.
No, I'm not.
Do you believe...
You're asking
Jamila,
why she's upset.
Let me ask the question.
Okay.
These are not big deals that you're bringing up here. Do you believe that African Americans generally today in America are prospering?
I do not believe that generally African Americans today are prospering.
Okay, let me stop you there, and I'm glad you answered honestly. So for the last 8 years, we've had Barack Obama as president. So then if you don't believe they're prospering, you'd have to lay some of that. 8 years is a long time. And as you know, black home ownership went down.
Absolutely it did.
And so the job wasn't done by a black president, Barack Obama. Now you have a new president, all right? And believe me, Maxine Waters loved everything that Barack Obama did. You have a new president who says, you know what? I'm going to do it totally differently. And I'm going to create a lot of jobs so everyone will benefit. And still, you can't get a break from Maxine Waters. Last word.
President Obama spent 8 years, and he was not able to reverse the losses that happened in the Great Recession. Black home ownership went down. Black women's wages. The average black woman is worth about $5 in the U.S. That's unchanged since 2010, when the statistic was first brought out. That hasn't changed, even though black women are the likeliest American to pursue and complete a bachelor's degree.
So give a new guy a chance. Maybe he'll be able to Trump, by his policies, create more jobs, more action, and better schools. I just think that Ms. Waters is being desperately unfair at this juncture. Give him a chance. I gotta go.
I think if he does it, we'll all be happy.
All right. I don't think Maxine Waters will be happy, but let's be optimistic.